What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin Cash today. Shout out to the Dragon Riders in the House of the Dragon. Hit that like button and subscribe. Thank you all for being here. Let's get into it, okay? It is the 19th day of February, and here we are sitting at about $544 right now. We are finally dropping. Hey, look at that. So it's happened. As soon as I got full gung-ho that we might actually just move up, as soon as I got super bullish, that's when the thought that I had predominantly in this range came true. But that's okay. It was right whenever I relinquished that the thought actually came to fruition. But that's fine. Whatever. Hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. Shout out to the Dragon Riders, House of the Dragon. Let's get it, you guys. Okay, so here we are. This is nothing of concern, right? This is Bitcoin Cash has such solid support here, you guys. We're at prior areas of support here, a little bit of turbulence there, prior resistance right there, support right there, and resistance right there, and support back here, support right there, all kind of right here in this area. It's a very semi-significant area there, right around this like 530 to 550 area, and we're in it now. If we go lower, hell, even if we go lower than this low, we're still very likely fine, okay? Did we go lower than this low? Yes. Were we still fine? Yes. Yes, we were. Right. When we broke out of here, did we go below these points of resistance? Yes, we did. Were we still fine? Yes, we were. You know what I mean? It's not a problem. And let's look at this on the 1 hour time frame, and then we'll zoom out from there. Okay. Especially with you're looking at this on the daily time frame, not a whole lot of volume, right? Moving down. We don't have a whole lot of volume moving down. We do get a lot of volume moving up. 1 hour time frame here. Definitely breaking down, a little bit of volume picking up as we broke through that. That looks like a clean break to me. Volume's picking up as we're continuing to persist down. It makes sense. What I will say, the question that I have right now is, do we go any lower, or is this appropriate? Because in my opinion, that's completely appropriate. Look at where you're finding support. It's completely appropriate. So the thought now, if this is support, this is on the 1 hour time frame, we would like to see immediate recovery. We'd like to see, if we're going to find support on something, show support. If we're not going to find support on something, do something like this. and then we'll break lower. You know what I mean? Looking at this with our indicators, we'll probably know by the next 24 hours if this is an area to count on as support. RSI is oversold. Stochastics are oversold. The MACD rejecting the zero, bearish. I mean, it's weird, wonky, sideways stuff. But yeah, showing your bearish hand at the moment for sure. What I will say, looking at the 1 hour time frame here, is every time that we've been in the oversold zone, at least the last 3 times, was very short-lived. Not that we can't get in the oversold zone deeper, but it seems as though we have very, very short-lived interactions with this oversold zone typically, at least on the 1 hour time frame. 4 hour time frame here, we're looking at this, and unfortunately, this idea with the RSI did not hold up. We did not hold support here. For a moment we did. For a moment we did. But we broke through. So this trend line is no longer valid. But there are other trend lines to go off of, right? Maybe right here. And again, guys, wouldn't it be perfect to bounce right here? It might literally be perfect. You get a double bottom in the RSI. You're still holding this higher low trajectory alongside of your higher high trajectory. You're on this path higher. And on top of that, this low comes in right here where we're finding support at prior resistance. It's kind of perfect. It's kind of perfect. The one thing that has me a little concerned is, we're looking at this on the 1 hour time frame. I'm anticipating that here, Bitcoin, and I actually just made a video saying this, and I think Bitcoin was up. It was literally actually like right up here whenever I was making the video. I was saying we're probably going to drop below this low, and it's probably going to happen fast. I'll give you a quick explanation why. This low came in at the 15th hour. This low came in at the 15th hour. This low came in at the 19th hour. This low came in at the 19th hour. We are right now on the 13th hour. So between now and the 19th hour, we are likely going to form a lower low. And this low came in fast. This low came in fast. This low came in fast. This low came in fast and then slow. I was thinking we were going to make a quick stab down and then probably recover by the end of the day. So if Bitcoin goes down and it makes a quick stab down, might Bitcoin Cash go a little bit lower? I think it will. But I also think, or I shouldn't say will, it could. I also think Bitcoin will recover. It'll probably close back at these prices or higher by the end of the day. All quick volatility. Unless it's about to get really bad. Unless we are about to tank. We'll see. That's also a possibility. But depending on what Bitcoin does, that might validate that we're finding support here. If Bitcoin tanks, if we do start to break out from here, because we look at this on the 4-hour time frame, we'd be potentially taking out this low, right? We're at a point here where this lower low could take out this low. Maybe we bounce right there, but soon enough we tank. If Bitcoin tanks, it's going to be curious. I'm going to be curious as far as what Bitcoin Cash does. We've seen Bitcoin tank and Bitcoin Cash holds up well. We've seen it happen before. Will this be another one of those moments? I hope so. If not, if we go lower, we're still fine. We're still fine. It's just postponing things. That's all it is. The MACD has cooled off entirely. We're back at the zero line. This is a perfect area to bounce. We've bounced here before, bounced around this level before. We can go just below and still find support. I would still consider this as zero level support right there. Zero level resistance, even though you're just above it. But this is a good area to be. Good area on the RSI, and the stochastics are reset as well. The last few times we've been oversold here, we're at a low point. Oversold there, we were at a low point. Oversold here, we were at a low point. Oversold here, technically a relative low point, right? Technically a relative low point there as well once you got oversold. So this oversold zone typically does mark a relative low point. We're seeing all these signals that we're at a relative low point, while very clearly with our eyeballs seeing that we're at prior areas of resistance. If it wasn't for Bitcoin, I would be able to just blindly be like, dude, we're going up. We're going to bounce from here. But Bitcoin, again, it makes me a little bit timid. Just because Bitcoin's moving down doesn't mean Bitcoin Cash is moving up, but it is difficult for other cryptos, any crypto, to move up when Bitcoin's moving down. Doesn't mean it can't happen. But if I was not thinking about Bitcoin at all, I'd be calling for a bounce here. But thinking about Bitcoin, this could just be one giant BART, and we come all the way back down. And then maybe we go a little bit lower, and then we BART back up. Who knows how it looks? We could see there could be a scenario where we see a lower low, where we do get below $500, and yet we're still holding a higher low overall, and then we recover from there. It's possible. Looking at this on the daily time frame, we already looked at the 4-hour, right? Yeah. The daily RSI, I don't have any problems with it. You can come lower and still look fine. Stochastics are cooling off a little bit. That's fine. And maybe we do cool off, right? Come back down to the 50, find support, and then move up. We've done that several times before. We've done that here plenty of times, right? We've done that here as well. The MACD might cool off a little bit, right? Reject the zero, cool off, but then come back up to break through. I think the end of the month, maybe even going into the beginning of March, we should see a little bit of a liftoff. But until then, we'll probably be consolidating more or less. I don't know what to think as far as do we go lower from here, but as far as do we get above this high, I'm pretty convinced that we don't get above that high for the rest of the month. We probably don't see prices. Would that be true? We could pump by the end of the month. If we don't get above that high by the end of the month, that's okay. It would be nice to get above that high by the end of the month again, because then we'd have a bullish engulfing candle if we can close above, like these levels here, these levels here. It's still possible, but right now I will say, statistically speaking, probabilistically speaking, we probably don't get above this high unless within this week, within really probably the next few days, we see rapid recovery. If we're back above 560 in the next 3 days, then we're going to be talking about the same stuff we were talking about back here. Closing higher, closing above 600, bullish engulfing candles, closing above 700 maybe. We could be going on a nice little rally here. But until we're back above 560, I maintain the stance that we're, and I just want to make sure, let's say 570 actually. I maintain the stance that we're probably just going to consolidate, and through that consolidation, we absolutely can see lower prices, okay? And then the exciting stuff probably happens more toward the end of February. When I say the end, I mean the last 5 days, the last week, if not the first week or so of March. I don't really have anything else I want to say. Not concerned about the price action, not here at least. I would be concerned if we were like everything else and we were down here, looking at this on a daily time frame. If we were very, very near our lows, if we were 5% or less away from our lows, but we're 20% away from our lows. I'm not super concerned there, right? We saw a slightly lower low, and clearly that was a harsh rejection of that was a fake out. So I very much do believe we're going to break out to the upside, but for now we're going to consolidate. I don't really have anything else that I want to say, so I'm going to end the video there. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one, okay? Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.